Hey guys, welcome back to Albe ADV for our monthly check-in. We're gonna check out a bunch of news stories and we're gonna see what's coming in the future. But let's get ready to ruffle some feathers by talking about Harley Davidson, Ducati, MotoGP, a little brush of Superbike, and some interesting news about the channel coming soon. But enough with the chit chat, let's get on it. Let's talk a little bit about Harley Davidson. Full disclosure, I'm not a big fan of Harley. I think that over the years they got complacent and they got relaxed with their R&D and just pumping out models that they all look alike, they all are underpowered, the engines are way too big, and suspensions and everything else, electronics, it's behind the time. But since the millennials are hitting Harley really hard, at least that's the excuse that they keep putting up, Harley Davidson started doing some research and development and coming out with new models. One of these new models is the Pan America, the adventure bike that is coming out in 2020. In my opinion, does not quite look good. It's big, it's bulky, it's boxy. But that is what Harley does. To an untrained eye, they all kind of look alike. I have to admit, other than the 883 and the 1200, all those other models, I can't really tell you one from the other. I can't tell you if it's a 2018 model or if it's a 1970s model. They kind of all look alike. But they're coming out now with different models to try to appeal to people that usually are not looking at Harley. On the other hand, I got a chance to take a look at the new Street Fighter bike that they're coming out with, and I have to admit, the bike looks great. It looks modern, it looks light and agile. This is the deal though, Harley really needs to step it up when it comes to the engine and the electronics and the suspensions, because on the Street Fighter segment, now you're competing against brands like Triumph, Ducati, Aprilia, or even Yamaha with the MT-10, which is a great bike. So I hope for them that instead of just trying to sell you the open road, you're a badass if you ride a Harley, they're actually going to give you a product that can back up what it shows on their advertising. Another thing that they're doing, they are coming out with an electric model. The electric model is called the Livewire. I've seen the bike, I've seen pictures of the bike, and the bike undoubtedly looks good. It looks like a proper Harley Davidson, but as an electric engine. Now, I don't know if there is any Harley riders among you guys, but please leave a comment below. Let me know if you ride an electric Harley Davidson. Does that take away from the noise and the rumble that every Harley Davidson aficionado came to expect from a Harley? Even with the Livewire, I'm afraid Harley is falling back onto their own ways, meaning the bike is $30,000. Fine. But when you have a 110 miles range, 110 mile an hour bike that costs $30,000, and then on the other hand you have a company like Lightning that is coming out with a Strike that only costs $13,000, 1 3 and 3 zeros, and on top of that the Strike has 150 miles range, allegedly, 150 mile an hour, and it charges back in 35 minutes. But let me know what you think. Would you ever buy an electric Harley Davidson? And if you do, why? When you have an option to go for a bike that costs less than half and give you better performance. Remaining with the electric topic, Claudio Domenicali, which is the CEO of Ducati, in a recent interview said that electric is the future. Now, I really hope that by electric is the future, it just means it in a general sense, rather than the Ducati future is electric. I like electric engine as much as the next guy, but Ducati engines have a certain rumble, a certain feel that made Ducati what it is today. What do you think about it? Was that a right move? Is obviously the V4 engine that they have on right now, it's incredible compared to the latest L-Twin, but is Ducati losing anything by going L-Twin to V4? And mostly, would it lose a lot going from combustion engine to electric engine? I mean, I'm pretty sure as long as they slap a Ducati badge on it and when you walk in the dealer they're gonna give you some espresso and some biscotti, everybody's gonna be happy to toss 30-40 grand on an electric motorcycle. But we'll see what the future is gonna bring, and kudos to Ducati to make such a bold choice, I guess. So those two were the main manufacturer stories coming out so far. The rest, there is not much for the other manufacturers, nothing really worth mentioning. On other news, RNG, the company that makes protections for motorcycles, is celebrating now their 20 years in the business. So happy birthday to RNG. If they manage to put a smaller logo on their products, maybe I'll buy some. And that's it. What do you guys think about RNG? I heard very good things about it. And as I said, my biggest gripe with their protection is the giant logo pretty much everywhere. But does that bother you? Do you have RNG protection on your bike? Let me know. Going on with the birthdays, Valentino Rossi just celebrated his birthday. He's now 40 years old, making him one of the oldest riders in MotoGP, and still top of his game. We'll see what the 2019 season is gonna bring. When it comes to MotoGP, according to the latest test that they ran, apparently everybody is doing great, everybody seems to be quite happy with their new bikes, and everybody seems to be quite happy with their new teams. I'm not sure if that's just because, well, it's the new employer now, so you gotta praise it even if you're not quite happy, or if they literally are all happy about what's happening right now. Lorenzo finally got the Repsol color on his bike and on his Wednesday, so he seems to be pretty happy. We'll see what the year brings, because having Lorenzo and Marquez in the same team, I'm kind of curious to see what is going to happen, because in my opinion, having two roosters in the same chicken coop, it can bring to a lot of drama. When it comes to Ducati, Dovizioso and Petrucci are doing really good, especially Petrucci with the new bike. He's breaking lap records here and there, and Petrucci has the right size, is the right size rider to actually manhandle the Ducati bike into great results. So I'm very excited to see what's going on with that. When it comes to Aprilia, Alexei Espargaro is very happy with the new bike. He's saying that that is the bike he should have had last year. And when it comes to Iannone, well, Iannone was a no-show at the latest tests. Allegedly, some say that it's because unfortunate choice of timing. He chose to go get cosmetic surgery rather than attend the tests, but possibly there is more a chance that he got caught up doing one of his underwear modeling advertising or whatever else he does. Not much in the United States, but back in Europe, especially in Italy, you'll see Iannone in his underwear here and there advertising either clothing or cologne or whatnot. I guess that's the price you pay for being one of the few good-looking riders in MotoGP, and the fame that MotoGP has all over the rest of the world compared to the United States. But that's about it when it comes to MotoGP. And to segue into the world of Superbike, we have a rider that went from MotoGP into Superbike, which is Alvaro Bautista. It's now number 19 with the Ducati Aruba team, and apparently he took half a second off of Jonathan Rea in the test in Phillip Islands for the race that is coming on this week. So Bautista, as a rookie in World Superbike, is definitely not a rookie when it comes to motorcycles. is doing great. So we'll see if Jonathan Rea is gonna be able to keep up with this new guy. I'm pretty excited about the new season coming up. On another news, I've been asked to co-host another YouTube channel, 1 Up, 5 Down, with Eric. Me and Eric used to ride together in the past. We have reconnected lately, and he needed somebody that understands the metric systems, and I'm definitely qualified since I grew up with the metric system. While I needed somebody to explain to me why would anybody ever buy a Honda Grom, and he owns 3 of them, so that makes him definitely qualified to explain that to me. But we had a meeting, we shoot some tape, and that's pretty much what came out of it.
Hey everybody, I'm Eric with 1 Up 5 Down, and in today's video I'm going to introduce to you my new co-host Alberto from Albe's ADV.
Hey guys, I'm Albe from Albe's ADV, and as you guys have heard, I'm apparently now also Alberto from 1 Up 5 Down. I'm really excited to join the channel and be able to actually have a conversation with somebody and bounce my ideas back and forth. And I don't know, Eric, if you want to tell them what we're going to do on this channel.
Well, okay, so some of the things we're going to do is we're going to talk about why the imperial system of measurements is better. And then we're also going to talk about some things like MotoGP, some how-to videos that we've both been doing kind of separately, but now we're going to add a different dynamic to it, and as well as also our conversations about, motorcycle racing, different kind of roads that we like to do.
As you guys can tell, Eric knows nothing about nothing, so enough with the chit chat, let's get on it. You guys don't worry, Albe's ADV is gonna still be here. I'm gonna still be making my weekly videos. If you really like what I'm doing, you're just gonna get double my face on the screen. So it's a win-win for everybody. And if you don't like what I'm doing, well, what are you watching? Change channel, watch something else. As always, if you like the video, if you love the video, subscribe. If you have time, go check out the other channel, 1 Up, 5 Down. I'm gonna put a link in the description. Other than that, ride on, and I'll see you next time.